I've seen powerful starts before, but Alan just brings it to a whole different level versus Chunsu. Being one of only 2 players to bring Aggro Druid this week, it's a questionable bring to say the least, but when Alan shows us the tricks it can pull off, I started to believe. Oracle of Elune is powerful when comboed with Razormane Battleguard, but when you throw in a 1-mana Teacher's Pet too, things start to get absurd, as we well saw in his already infamous finals match.
Because the Peasant is in play, it disrupts him from going Guess the Way, which just means that the far Watch Post is going to be so annoying as well. He gets an even better top deck than the far Watch Post, because next turn it's Razormane Battleguard and double Teacher's Pet as well for 1 mana. This is disgusting.
Wait, hold on. We're still watching Chunsu's animations, but already, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I'm throwing up in my mouth. This is the perfect curve. Like, I mean, I hate that I'm saying don't Groot me, dude, this turn, but I think Alan's in too far ahead of a position that he can't just go for this. Compost the entire board, and now Chunsu's best win condition is evaporating before his eyes. I mean, you can still get a germination from the nature studies and build up some taunts, but I don't know if that's good enough, Derek.
I agree. We need an absolute miracle for Chunsu to be staying in this one. And let's see if he can get it done.
All the ramp, Anaconda, zero-cost nature studies looking for germination.
None can stand against the Serpent Lord.
I can see.
Oh, we didn't even
get to see.
What the heck?
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Derek, Alan just got a good hand in that last clip. We want to see a really well-played game from him. Also, please teach me to be as funny and handsome as you. Well, I'm sorry, weirdly complimentary audience member, but I can only help you with one of those. Alan played a killer game of Garrote Rogue versus Surrender's hybrid Demon Hunter, which I want to break down into 3 key steps. Step 1, keeping hand size low to play around Glide. By using Shadow Step and Prep for very little value, Alan seizes tempo and weakens a potential Glide from Surrender.
Brutes to stall out the game, but Il'gynoth to close things out. But it far from has to be that way. If you can play 3 Brutes, even if it's like turn 6 or even 7, if they don't kill you on that turn, that can get the job done. So maybe it is just double Fellscream Blast at some point here in this turn or the turn after to get these Spectral Sights online. It all depends on whether or not there's a Glide, because if that comes down, you reshuffle the hand and you're very, very happy as Surrender. But if that's not there, things get a lot more complicated, and I think this could very realistically be a dump Fellscream game.
Step 2, exploiting lack of removal. Alan's choice of Golem options on Kazakus was simply inspired. Instead of being baited by stealth and card draw as I was calling for, he picks poison and buff, leading to 2 5/5s that Surrender simply can't clear after cutting Immolation Aura from his list, meaning his only response is Brutes, which Alan can almost clear 3 of on the following turn.
Which means Alan gets the stealth and the draw and plenty of resources for next turn. Oh, sorry.
+2/+2, yeah.
And right now, Alan can clear 2 Brutes. The Poison plus the Brain Freeze and Kazakus trade. I guess he's starting Penflinger because it's going to be a Swindle turn, not a Secret Passage turn.
Ooh.
Having used a Plunderer, it gets a bit awkward. But the Divine Shield on his Poison is insane.
That's huge. He can almost clear all 3 right now with double Brain Freeze. It's not quite there, but it's not a million miles off. And as you said, the Divine Shield is so big on this turn.
Yeah. So Penflinger the 1/1, Brain Freeze the 7/8, trade Kazakus into the 7/8 probably, Divine Shield the 5/4, get rid of another 7/8, and there's a 7/7 on board versus your 5/3 Poison, which Surrender has shown he does not have the means to clear. He could Brain Freeze the bigger minion? No, it doesn't matter, right? Oh, he's gonna freeze both of them, okay.
Interesting. I guess you have a chance of clearing it off with just like Penflingers on the following turn and maybe a Prize Plunderer if you draw that off the top from the passage as well.
Step 3, exploit lack of healing. After having seen both Fellscream Blast, Alan knows Surrender can no longer heal nor clear his admittedly very mediocre board. So he goes all in, saving nothing in hand for field contact or swindle, and even though Surrender can play his entire deck for almost 0 mana, he has no defensive options, and Alan steals the win. A stunning game.
I think you proc one of the Octobots purely because you're putting spell damage on a higher health target. Like, you don't want to let them hero power down the One Thief.
Agreed. Oh my god, this game makes 0 sense, Derek. I've never seen it pan out this way, but it's so cool.
So, 5 damage pushed, 5 health left. Obviously, plenty enough to do that, even with a trade of the Kurtras. So we need something extra. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, like you said, I've never seen a game like that. Like, Alan's almost self-sabotaging of his game plan because he had the read on Glide was the line that got him there. That was such a well-played game by Alan, and he should be exactly as delighted with himself as he is.
Moving over from the APAC weekly winner to the Europe weekly winner, we see X-Blize discounting a Moarg Artificer and a Fellscream Blast from the first level of his quest. Okay, that's pretty good. And then he discounts literally every other combo piece in his deck next turn? Well, at least Bunny can see the funny as Blize takes the money.
It keeps that hand size nice and low to play around the potential glide from the opponent. However, he chooses not to do so, and I think a big part of the reason he's choosing not to do so is that the rest of his hand is not particularly high quality. There's no raised edge to be getting back multiple neophytes, there's no backfire, there's no weapon, there's no real indicator of what his long-term game plan is. So he is just going to choose to start tapping through the deck.
And I also think that the Tour Guide plus neophyte potentially next turn with acrobatics could be looking at another good turn here from Blize.
Another happy guildie.
Moarg and Fellscream are going to be picking up the discounts here. He had the quest completion nice and easy with an already discounted acrobatics just going back up to its regular cost from the Cult Neophyte, and the tradable just coming through clutch for that last card draw.
I do like this though, as I mentioned. I think the power is Bunny Hopper going for the Giant. It won't matter, but still.
It's fine. No one told him. We kept it quiet, Blize. It's good. You can trust me. I'll keep your secret. He lacked critical information.
And even Bunny Hopper with the laugh is like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, you got me. Game 1 goes to Blize with that Demon Hunter in a way you don't often see it going, and there you go. Blize, more or less.
Okay, I still hear you. Darek, we don't want to see Bunny just get high rolled. We want to see a complicated rogue lethal puzzle. Also, thanks for letting me borrow your Lamborghini. To which I say, any time, just don't scratch the solid gold finish again. And sure, I've got a game like that too. With Yala having 10 cards left in deck and an Octobot discounted hand, Bunny knows he's more than likely dead next turn. So he just starts playing cards. With no field contact, he's far from guaranteed the win, but he gets there with a very clever backup draw engine for an improvised lethal.
Cult Neophyte. 7 cards remaining for Bunny. One of them is still Enraged Mancrick. A little bit unlucky not to have had that extra 3/7 just hanging around attacking his opponent at this point.
Initiating overdrive.
Just lethal with spell damage, Garrote. Because that's a lot of spell damage, Sol.
It is, because he can basically free roll this turn, right? Because he's just adding a bunch of spell damage, and then he can just get the potion to get it all back. He's going to rip the Garrotes now to get him in there. And then, interestingly, he needs to deal, what, 14?
He can passage for draw.
So he can passage for the bleeds to cast. So he's actually going to give up the Potion of Illusion this turn just to have extra mana for the bleeds off the top. Because there is the Enraged Mancrick still in there as well, right? That he can get going. And there's a field contact that he can use for additional draws as well.
Yeah, so he only needs 12, right? Total?
Mm-hmm. He needed 3. That doesn't really change the breakpoint much, because it's a little short. Oh no! Why are his cards green? Raven, why are his cards green? Did he get there? He got there!
Oh.
Sick!
Okay, that was nice.
Well, we've had the good and the bad this week, now it's time for the downright ridiculous. Gur has hit the undeniable nuts this game, going Overgrowth into Celestial Alignment, and then just look at his turn 6 play. He prays for the biggest 8 drops possible and gets exactly that. But as they say, be careful what you wish for. You might just get it, as the Arcane Devourer is the literal only minion that would allow Possessi to get a clear with Hysteria. And if that wasn't ludicrous enough, Gur is probably still winning, because after the forced survival of the fittest he will have played, he just needs 1 minion to win the game, and his 3-card deck is all minions! If only Possessi had some way to burn exactly 3 cards from his opponent's deck.
Oh yeah, absolutely disgusting. And with an Arbor up as well, this is looking like a monstrous turn from Gur. And if there was any chance of responding to it from Possessi, it would have to come from an entire hand that costs 0 mana, which, hey, he may be able to do on the following turn.
Maybe, yeah, double Soul Rend. Oh, but then survival. I don't know. Yeah. It's even double survival. Whoa. He hit Lightning Blue. Oh my god, double Soul Rend doesn't touch this, and he hit the Arcane Devourer.
Oh my lord.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I believe. Best deck of all time. Best deck in the metagame.
Yeah, this is the next deck that you'll be jamming exclusively on ladder for the next month. In true Dark fashion.
This is the way. And I think, honestly, you can probably just end on Celestial Alignment again, right? You can just go Survival and then Nature Studies Alignment, so it's just even harder for your opponent to respond. Because the problem is that even though they can go Backfire to discount their entire hand with the weapon, if they don't have any hand space, they're not drawing the cards, they're overdrawing the cards, so they don't even get the discount. And so I think the alignment here is just a 100% block for Gur.
Ooh, I wanted to see the other survival too, or even 2 more. He had these blooms, but I guess he didn't want to be overloaded. Fine. Wow, Hysteria. Is this a clear? Wait, it's not a full clear, right? Yeah. Oh, it is. Never mind.
It's just the 5/9. That was insane. But there's not much card draw left, right? So if he just deletes his deck with Soul Rent, he may be able to go Tamsin into kill on the following turn. But he gets the Altar of Fire!
Gur has no threats if Possessi makes the read, which I think you can make the read.
Yes! You slam that!
And then Gur's just... He has nothing! He has
nothing!
A handful of air. Oh my god. So weird. Oh my god, Gur! Not like this! I feel so bad for Gur! It had to be Solar off the top! And then the altar! Oh, I don't believe this. I don't.